Somebody had said that Phaedra had signed a contract, and Phaedra will definitely be back, okay? Because her, she came in at the end of the season, and the contract that she signed was for a full season. So she got the end of this season, and she got all of next season. And according to the people that I know who know Phaedra, apparently Phaedra's contract was like she ain't working with Kenya. You know how they do. That's what Portia and Kenya did to Marlo, and now Phaedra is doing it to Kenya, and probably Kandi too. Okay, so we probably won't see Kandi. Y'all thinking that Kandi gonna come back? Kandi ain't coming back if Phaedra there. But I'm digressing. Phaedra is back, honey. Phaedra is all the way back, and Phaedra is so far back that Andy says she ain't going nowhere. Okay, Phaedra is on a whole world tour when it comes to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she is my next topic. So go ahead and like this video, please, and thank you. Phaedra has been hitting the rounds on everywhere. Okay, y'all remember the gay the gay white men that Bravo goes to for their press. Y'all remember I was telling you about them, the page sixes and the this and the that and this. Well, Phaedra been on all of them this week. Phaedra been on every last one of them. Here go Phaedra 3 days ago on Entertainment Tonight. Phaedra Parks calls season 16 reunion hot and spicy and reacts to Brittany's lawsuit. Let me see. And it's another one right here. Phaedra Parks, she was on a live stream, child. Phaedra been everywhere. Let me show you all this stuff Phaedra been on. Phaedra been on that's the one I was about to look at right there. When she talking about the lawsuit up at the top. And then she was on this right here. The Reality Star Roundup. This was on Sherry Show. And then what the other interview? Oh, there go the other interview right there. The Access Hollywood interview. There she go right there. Okay. And then so yeah, Phaedra has been making the rounds. Okay, there go another one right there. There she is on OK Magazine. Okay. She said Phaedra Park says she is bringing the fun back to Housewives. And then there she is right there on Reality Nightcap. I told you she be with all the Caucasians. She is making the Caucasian rounds. Okay. And then, that's the after show. Oh, that's me right there. So yeah, Phaedra been on all the stuff. I don't know which one to look at first. Let me see. Let me look at the short one first. Phaedra Park says she is bringing the fun back to Housewives. That's OK Magazine. Y'all know the drill. Copyright disclaimer, section 107. The Copyright Act allows is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism. Oh, that ain't that's a animated one. That don't count. Okay, let me go back to what she talking. Okay, here go one. Okay, this is Access Hollywood. Phaedra Park calls out Brittany for skipping the reunion. Let me see.
Phaedra. I am so happy to see you today.
It is great to see you again too, girl. What's going on?
I was so excited when you came back on my screen.
Girl, did she even know who Phaedra was before today? Child, let me see what the thing. Okay, filming. Oh, taking Kenya's peach. Let me go this one. Wait a minute. I'm looking at the topics. Saving the show. Let me go there.
Baby, do you think you saved the show?
Well, I can't say that because I think it's been pretty good. I mean, I love the new.
Okay, well, we know you didn't save the show, Phaedra. So good answer. Let's see what's the next one. She says she's the godmother of Atlanta. What?
I'm the godmother of Atlanta.
You know all.
So I was hearing what was going on. So it was a good opportunity for me. But this is always going to be my first love. Of course, being a housewife is like being in any sorority, whether you be Atlanta, Beverly Hills.
Well, we knew she was coming back. Okay, let me go back. It says taking Kenya's peach. Let's go here and see what she's talking about, taking Kenya's peach.
Boots on the ground, honey. So technically, you did take over Kenya's peach. Have you heard from her?
You heard that little giggle?
No, I mean, no, I haven't heard from her, but it's not like I heard from her prior to coming back.
Ooh, we know Kenya don't talk to nobody. Who is Kenya talking to? Can we go there? Can we? Oh, I forgot to say that during my Kenya Moore hair spot segment, but I'm gonna say it in a minute.
The last time I saw Kenya was at Greg's memorial service, and so that's been a few years ago.
Yeah, that's been a while ago. Were you surprised, though, with how everything came down? Because that was like the big thing in the start of the season. That was the big explosion that happened. What was your take on all of it?
Well, I thought it was unfortunate. I think Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't
Well,
there, but of course I heard a lot about it. It's just unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. So you come in, there's new ladies.
Yes.
she's trying to be petty, but I don't think it's coming off really good. We could have had a better interviewer, but I mean, this is cute.
How did it compare to filming with the OGs?
Well,
I mean, these are different women.
Yeah.
I mean, so there's a different energy. And I always say to people, when I started, there was no blueprint. We could not look at any other show and say, hey, this is what should be happening, or, you know, have any inkling of if we're doing it right, if we're doing it wrong.
well, okay. Before I look, what y'all saying in this chat? You said, Michelle, you know that Phaedra brings that demographic back to RHOA. No. I didn't say she wasn't doing well. I didn't say that. I just said she wasn't saving the show. Okay, she looks amazing. Okay, she looks amazing. Now, what I wanted to say about, I got to get this off my chest. Okay, I got to get this off my chest. Can we back up for like 5 seconds to Kenya Moore hair spa really quickly? I said this earlier on Instagram because this was on my heart, and I really, really feel kind of bad about Kenya Moore Hair Spa. But why is it that the people who have been like riding for Kenya publicly, like, you know, saying Kenya Moore should have her peach back, or, you know, i.e. like Kandi Burris or Claudia Jordan, colorist Claudia Jordan, why is it that those same people aren't like frequenting her spa? Why is it that when colorist Claudia comes to Atlanta, she don't go to Kenya Moore Hair Spa and be like, I just got my hair done at Kenya Moore Hair Spa, to kind of debunk the rumors on Kenya Moore's behalf? Why is it that Kandi, who isn't on the show anymore, doesn't take her daughter up there to get her hair washed or something? Like, why is it that no one in Kenya's immediate proximity is supporting Kenya Moore Hair Spa in any form of fashion? You don't find that odd? Because I think Kenya's not a girl's girl, and I think, you know, at the end of the day, a lot of them people who claim to like really like her is a transactional relationship. Like Claudia is only pretending to like Kenya because she feels like her relationship with Kenya might get her another job somewhere else. Or Kandi was only pretending to like Kenya because she feels like, you know, she owes Kenya because Kenya stood by her in order to get Nene off the show. So yeah, I just want to know. I want to know, child. Who is these people sending me stuff? Okay. You said nope. I find it exactly how it is. Okay. Houston Foodie said either way, it was poorly ran or it really doesn't exist. Okay. Well, there's that. Now let me finish with this Phaedra. Let me go back to Phaedra. Now like this video, please, and thank you. Like this video. You said no one on RHOA likes anyone. that's facts. That would help her because the average cannot afford $300 for a wrap. And that's not even it's not even the money to me. To me, it's like the support and you know, the overwhelmingly public support of those people. Like, why is it that she ain't got no aunts, aunties, cousins, family members, neighbors, like anybody, you know, doing some type of like social media content for her spa? Like, it's no one. And so when people say they go by there and it's closed, that is the narrative that sticks out there. And people get mad at me for saying it. Hell, I didn't say it so much. I'm tired of saying it. I go by there all the time. It's always closed every day of the week. So, I mean, it is what it is. Derek J, Miss Lawrence. Well, you know, they got their own spot and their own clientele. Yes, where's her Aunt Lori and her cousin Shay? Chef Shay, where is Chef Shay? Not black people don't support black people. Now that's a lie. Black people do support black people. I was at a black owned restaurant today. Shout out to Sea Salt. I love my Sea Salt. Hey one friend. I had me the all you can eat crab legs over there at Sea Salt today. So listen, black people do support it. You said she has no friends. I don't know. You said Aunt Lori disappeared. I guess they said Aunt Lori was answering the phones, but now Kenya answering the phones. Now let me go back to Phaedra, honey. Let me go back to Phaedra, see what else she was saying about Britt Edie and the lawsuit and everything. Hold on. Let me go back. Whew. Let me see. It says filming old versus new. Okay. Social media and trolls. Do we care about that one? No. Mini Phaedra son. Full season return. Let's see what she said about this full season return. At least they got timestamps. I can appreciate the timestamps. Hold on. Let me see.
Next season,
Mm-hmm.
could we see you do, the full season so we do get to see more of your sons?
Yeah, no, I'm coming back.
Remember what I told you? I told y'all just a minute ago that I had heard that Phaedra was back. Phaedra right here confirming that she's back next season already.
Next season, I'm super excited about it because obviously I'll have more than 10 days to have fun. So I'm super excited about it. And I think,
oh, my tea was legit. I didn't even know she had said this in this video. My tea was legit. Look at that.
I think, we've started in the right direction to getting people excited about seeing the show. And I think more people are going to tune in, hopefully, and, shake some things up.
Shake them things up.
10 days.
So Phaedra has confirmed she is back for season 17. Like I told you, that means that Kenya is not.
This is not long enough to shake it up.
I was going to say, you already did so much, though, in 10 days. So imagine having those 2 months to 3 months to really throw some peaches and shake things up.
Throw some peaches upside the head.
Okay, let's see. What else they had? Return from Grenada. Okay, Brittany's reunion. Let's look at that part. And no, I have not watched this interview, actually. This is my first time watching it.
1,000%. Okay, so 3 episodes, then the reunion. The big thing I feel like everyone's talking about the reunion is Britt does not show up.
Yeah.
Were you surprised?
I was totally surprised because she picked up her dress the day before, picked up her shoes, got her nails done. So it was shocking to me. And I like Brittany.
I was about to say,
I
you
really
guys
like it. Yeah, we roommate together.
Yeah.
And so I got to know her really well. And she washed my whole body out of that oil.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she was so good. I was like, oh God, I need to hire her. She should be like like a masseuse. I mean, she was just, it was better than those, you go to those little spas and they scrub y'all down. It was really good. So she's got another life.
She's got a whole other situation.
Insurance, she can do spas and do the body scrubs.
So did she tell you that she wasn't going to have
dang well she did not tell for Phaedra, but we're going to listen.
At the reunion, or she just doesn't show up?
I was expecting her. I was definitely expecting her. And so I was nervous and afraid because, things happen. We live in Atlanta, bad traffic, accidents, people oversleep. So, and to be really honest, I'm very somewhat protective of new housewives because I remember being a new housewife.
Right.
And it's a hard job.
You know what? I did see the episode where when they went in Grenada and Phaedra gave Brittany a little bit of advice and pretty much said, if somebody wants to come in your house, have a charcuterie board, invite them in, be open, be pleasant, all of that. So I really appreciated her, giving her at least a little bit of advice about how to maneuver. That was a good thing. And I don't like the way they treating Britt this season, but we're going to get there in a minute.
And you got to be a tough cookie. And so I always try to show people grace when they're new and just, because you have to learn what's going on, get your footing.
Do you think?
Okay, now what's next? Let's see. Dreamcast. Let's see what her Dreamcast is.
That was the right move.
You said, who is she interviewing with? She's interviewing with Housewives Nightcap. Bravo has their go-to people that are not Black. All of their go-to people are Caucasian, unfortunately, or fortunately for them. They have, the Housewives Nightcap. They have they have Us Magazine. They have People. They have what's the other one? Page 6. So there are several, and us Black creators. I guess we just have to get the trickle down. We get them talking to the Caucasians, and we have to dissect it like I'm doing right now.
Her not showing up.
I have been through some of the toughest reunions. When people say they have a bad edit, I think basically my whole entire career on the Housewives has been a lot of bad edits.
Yeah.
So I've sat in the fire numerous times, and it has never stopped me from showing up. I mean, you just have to go through it. I mean, but honey, coal is refined in the fire, honey. It comes out as a diamond. So get into it.
She looked at camera. I told her ahead of time. I was like, dude.
You said that's George Bush daughter. Child, I didn't know. Let me go on to the next one. Child, let me see what else. I don't see nothing else I want to hear about. Okay, let me go to the next interview. Because like I said, she did several. Let me go back. Phaedra Parks calls season 16 reunion hot and spicy, reacts to Britt Edie's lawsuit. And here is...
We are nearing the end of Sweet 16, the Real Housewives of Atlanta. How has it been different the second time around? What feels
She's with Bryce, another one of Bravo's go-tos.
different?
You got to remember, I was only filming for 10 days. So we did 5 episodes in 10 days, which is a lot of work. But it's just a different feel. But, you know, there's some nostalgia with Portia and Cynthia. But at the same time, we've got some new little firecrackers in the group. So it makes it interesting.
Yep. So what's going on?
Okay, let me fast forward a little bit through this music there.
All that work. Walk me through the timeline.
You know, there had been some chatting prior to me obviously making a decision, and some conversations had been had, but obviously I was on another show, so it didn't work out because they were shooting simultaneously.
Like she said, she knew she was coming back to the Housewives, so she was like, deuces.
But then when the opportunity presented itself and the stars aligned, I said, okay, I'm ready to return.
You at one point had called this show the Titanic. Do you want to take that back?
If I wanted a peach, I would have a peach pie. But that's...
Oh, so Bryce been watching the Black blogs because we've been called her out about that Titanic comment.
No. I will be yachting. Let them continue to sail away on the Titanic, okay?
Oh,
I'm very good.
No, I don't want to take it back because it was sinking.
Okay.
It was sinking, honey. It was sinking. But, you know, everything can come back. So now we're yachting. We're sailing again. You know, the sails are up and we're moving.
Your tagline this season.
I returned from the dead. Now let's bury the past for good.
Okay, let me fast forward a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit.
Season, obviously not, I think you even said this in your return episode, not your best moment.
I definitely didn't hear what I felt like I needed to hear from her.
Now they're going back to Grapegate.
I feel completely taken advantage of.
If you go back and watch that last reunion episode, it kind of seems like, can Portia and Phaedra come back from this? So what work went into that?
You know what? Obviously, that was a tough time, but, you know, I never stopped talking to her, never stopped loving her as a friend. And I think the sentiments, it was mutual. I mean, we didn't obviously hang out immediately after that, but at the
They ain't hung out in years, child.
same time, when you have a friendship, they go through, you know, highs and lows, yins and yangs. And so our friendship is a real friendship outside of the
Their friendship is built on dollars and cents, honey. Look at Portia's teeth. Their teeth look big as heck. Oh, I'm digressing.
cameras. And so, you know, we have survived it. We've seen each other over the years, you know. So it is what it is. And so, I mean, like I always say,
Right, the boat will stop sinking when they get 1 million views. They in the 400,000s. The boat has sunk. They the lowest they've ever been. Phaedra, what is you talking about?
you know, saint has a past. Every sinner has a future, honey.
Is that the ultimate learning lesson you walked away with? Now, all this time, you can look back on it?
Well, no, that's always been one of my mantras. I've said that since day one of joining Housewives. Those were some of the best years of my life. I mean, I did things that I never thought I could do, but I learned during that moment who my source was. And so sometimes you're in jobs and situations and scenarios and you know it's time for you to leave because you're not.
Yes, we are researching. Copyright disclaimer on Section 107 of the Copyright Act. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. We are researching.
Happy, but you can't because you just can't walk away. And, you know, God will make it so you have to walk away. And when you walk away, it's like the best thing you ever did because you get peace of mind, you know, and you just get the opportunity to reinvent yourself. Because if you are truly a success story, you can lose it all and get it right back.
Oh, that's shade to Kandi Burris.
Once and for all, who is Frick and who is Frack?
Frick is Portia and I'm Frack.
Okay, how was that decided?
You know what? I don't know because it's been going on for so long. But yeah, Portia's Frick and I'm Frack.
Now, you just filmed the reunion for this season.
Yes.
We know Britt skipped out
She did.
and then opted to file some paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
What do you make
Let's hear what Phaedra gonna say on this. She been asked this in every interview. This is like the second interview.
You've also skipped a reunion, so that's not unexplored territory. But what do you make of her not showing up and pulling that move she did?
You know what? It's unfortunate. I like Brittany, but at the end of the day, it's a few things money can't buy, and peace is one of them. And so, I just hope she's okay. I mean, because being a housewife and being on television is not as easy as people think it is. It comes with a lot. And so
I like her answer. I like her being real political with this, and I like her at least showing a little grace to Britt Edie. I like that.
Everyone who joins the show understands what it brings to your life.
It was a 1-2 punch of headlines that day. Did you all know in the filming that she had filed, or did you find out when you left filming that day?
I found out during.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Does that come up in the discussion?
No.
Okay. Everyone else was there, though.
Yes.
How would you describe reunion day?
Oh, it was hot and spicy. Like some good Popeye's chicken. It was a very good reunion. Things were resolved. Secrets were revealed. So there's a lot of revelations in this reunion.
Do you think Britt should have shown up there to say her piece?
I've been
interesting. Okay, I'm Team Britt right now. I mean, let's put the lawsuit to the side. I'm really Team Britt, and we're gonna talk about the chicken and waffles episode in just a minute.
Been through numerous very difficult reunions. I mean, I've been on reunion getting ready to deliver. I've been on reunion after having a baby. So I have been, during some of the most, fragile times of my life. And, it is what it is. Sometimes you have to sit in the fire and, be a phoenix rising. But not everyone's cut like that, so what works for me doesn't work for everybody. And so it takes a lot of resilience.
Who was the phoenix coming out of this reunion? Anybody around?
Oh, he asking all the questions about the reunion, child.
Eyes.
I think Portia is the phoenix rising this reunion
and you know why Portia is the phoenix rising? Because Bravo and NBC has invested money into her. I just said this when we talked about that People magazine cover. Portia is in Scotland. She filmed that cover about a month ago. Okay, and so the rollout has begun. And you're gonna see Portia everywhere. And so all of y'all talking about I talk about Portia all the time. That's what they want. They want us to keep talking about Portia.
Portia, felt like she had a very difficult season. And it was because she was going through some difficult things in her personal life. And of course, I understood it because I've been through a divorce that was obviously very public.
Right.
When Phaedra went through her divorce, she didn't get no People magazine cover. When Nene went through her divorce, she didn't get no People magazine cover. When Cynthia went through her divorce, she didn't get no People magazine cover. Why is it that Portia getting a People magazine cover for this divorce? For this 15-month divorce. What is it about People magazine? What is it about her divorce that warranted the cover of People magazine?
And so she was going through that. And sometimes when you're dealing with those very difficult moments, it's hard to, be your best self. And people have to, your real friends will know that, and they'll support you and try to help you through that time.
I would imagine the conversation around her and Shamia's friendship was a big talking point.
Yes, that was a huge talking point. You were exactly right.
How do you feel
they're asking. Listen, Phaedra is the mouthpiece for the season, as you can see. Since Portia is doing traitors right now, she's not doing no press. It's Phaedra's. Phaedra is on go mode.
About where things landed without giving it all away?
It was some big moments during that conversation. And, I'm just hoping that, at the end of the day, they can find a way back to each other. But, a lot of things were revealed. And so you've got to watch, but it was definitely explosive.
Okay. It sounds like maybe they didn't find quite their way back together by the end of the taping.
You're going to have to tune in and watch for yourself.
All right. I'm over it. Tune in and watch for yourself.